I had a friend of mine recently say to me, Brendan, it might not be the best time in the world to do an intro to a video when you've just woken up in the morning. The energy isn't there, the enthusiasm isn't there, it doesn't inspire your audience to stick around and watch the rest of the video. But that wouldn't be real, would it? Good morning from some random park up in the Peak District. If you'd watched last week's video, you'd have seen what we got up to yesterday, walking through the something valley, the Monsell Trail. That's what it's called. Beautiful views. Managed to get a little tiny bit of nice footage actually while it was throwing it down. First things first in the morning, I've got all my tea supplies ready and out on top of the worktop, ready for a cup of tea first thing in the morning, a good Yorkshire tea. And I think we'll start thinking about becoming alive to the world again.
And just while I'm making the morning brew, I've got an interesting discovery to share with you.
Today is a very exciting day. I recently partnered up with MyHeritage to trace my DNA history. This is something I was actually going to do a couple of years ago, and then I completely forgot about it until MyHeritage got in touch. I have been eagerly waiting about 3 or 4 weeks with anticipation for these results. The whole process was nice and simple. They delivered a DNA testing kit through my front door. I sat at my kitchen table, got a swab kit, swabbed the old saliva, put it in a test tube pot and sent it off to America. Now, what I've always been led to believe by my dad, right, is that we descend from royalty. This is the story he gave me, that I'm somehow 10th in line to the throne and we descend from some kind of noble line of aristocracy. Now, while you wait for your results, they give you access to a really cool feature on their website where you can colour, animate and restore old family photographs. I managed to root out some rather embarrassing photographs from my childhood. Are you ready for the cringe? Look at that cheesy face. I haven't animated a photograph before. Wow. Brings it to life. Right, moment of truth. Let's do these results, shall we? What? No way. There's absolutely no way. 63% Scandinavian, you are kidding. You are kidding.
It was at this point I found the DNA match feature and discovered I have family who I've never even heard of before who live only a couple miles up the road. Truly blown away by the results, and I'd never have guessed I had Scandinavian DNA, and I can't wait to connect to my extended family. I'll leave a link in the description to MyHeritage if you also want to trace your roots. For a limited time only, you can get a 30-day free trial and a huge 50% discount along with free shipping using code Brendan. Now let's get back to the Peak District.
Beautiful greeting of the Birdsong in the morning. Not a bad way to wake up, is it? Give us your cup, matey. Oh, thank you kindly. Oh, it's that first one in the morning when you get out. It's especially when it's a bit fresh. Let's leave them to brew for a little bit. Oh God, yes. Yes, you probably felt that, didn't you, this morning? Yeah.
What's that?
Like your legs are like lead weights.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh. Good morning, Peak District.
Breakfast served.
I think we can have some breakfast.
I think so.
I mean, what's the deal here with parking? Just so we can let you guys know. So it says on the actual parking meters £1 to park overnight, but then it does say on an opposite sign
do not stay overnight.
Yeah, it's a contradiction.
Yeah.
I'm if you are worried, just go and park for the night for some reassurance, because loads of people are parked here, and and they've all said what a contradiction that is, but nobody's been told to move on. And it is about coming over. Look over there, for instance, where the bin is. Bit of rubbish there, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's no need for that. The bin's there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, we will leave no trace.
Yeah. I think what the sign refers to is people staying in their vehicles. But if you're in a vehicle that's quite inconspicuous, once you close those doors, if someone comes knocking, just don't answer.
We are in the middle of nowhere here, aren't we?
Yeah.
This is in the middle. Its actual proper name is Monsell Head, or Monsell Dale. You'll be able to find this. It's quite a secluded little car park, really. It's bigger than it, for a little village. The car park's bigger than the village.
Yeah. No, it's a nice spot here. I mean, you've just seen, obviously, by the beautiful views, I've got some drone footage up. Now, admittedly, although this bed design is a little bit more complicated, a little bit more involved than changing, say, a rock and roll bed on your standard kind of setup, I would argue that this type of bed is much more comfortable when set up, and also even in sofa mode. I have cheated on Aldi, unfortunately. Morrison's the best 6 thick pork and caramelised red onion sausages. I've seen a couple of comments, only a few. The vast majority of comments on this channel, thankfully, very, very positive, so thank you guys. But I've seen a couple of comments of people saying, oh, there's a sign there, you shouldn't be there, or you shouldn't be doing this, or you shouldn't be doing that. And I would love to know the mentality behind that thinking, to why people will listen to authority in any way, shape or form, whether it's good or bad. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's good to kind of break the mold and break the rules, should we say. Come on in. Do you want our sausage?
Go on then.
You want a nibble, yeah?
Yeah, go on then. I'm going to say no, am I?
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I'll cook all of these then. We'll have a bit of a sausage feast, shall we?
What?
6 sausages, it's a tight squeeze. We can fit 6 sausages in. We are on the trail. We've left the vans, we've paid for a bit of parking. We're going to be back in 2 hours, but that is actually where we were on yesterday's walk, or should I say last week's walk, when you guys watched the video. That was the aqueduct that we walked on. So yeah, we're walking on to a waterfall today. That's the goal.
The River Wye.
The River Wye, is that what it's called?
Wye, yeah.
The River Wye.
Yeah.
So at the end of today's trail, we're going to see a beautiful waterfall. You might have seen a little snippet of it with a bit of drone footage. Right along the valley there. That's going to be our goal. And come back. And then next location, Steve, is?
Blackshore Rocks, Roaches.
Okay, sounds good to me. I can hear the water. All right, mate?
Yep. Kicked up my shoes, but
yeah.
All right. Nice one, mate.
No worries, buddy.
Thanks.
Oh, listen to that sound. Look at that.
Yeah, that's
Beautiful. No better sound in the morning to wake up to after having breakfast, to come down and hear and see that. Alrighty, on to the next spot. This is a place called Magpie Mine. If anyone's got any info on it, leave a comment below. Let us know what you know about it. Have you been here? Although we've got like little dots along our route that we've planned, or that Steve's planned, should I say. So a big shout out to Steve for planning this route for us. But it's just the randomness that when you go across the road and you're coming on to the next location, you just see these things in the landscape and think, yeah, let's stop. We've got the vans, we've got the supplies, we've got water, we've got food if we need it, have a bit of lunch if we fancy it. It's just incredible feeling of freedom when you can just stop on the side of the road for however long you want to, all day if you wish. You can sleep in the back if you want. These are the highlights of the trips that I enjoy. The random little stops that you don't expect to see. Wow, a step back in time.
Magpie Mine was the last working lead mine of the Derbyshire ore field. There were numerous mine shafts that have since been blocked up from the last phase of operations in the 1950s, so not that long ago. If you have some more info to share about the mine, please leave it in the comments.
They're coming for you, mate. Get that drone down right now. Last location of the day, mate. All right. How are your feet old enough? They're shit. Yeah, don't worry. A good meal awaits you. Managed to just find a little parking spot overlooking the valley there. Not the best spot, a bit precarious, but we're not going to be here for long. Right, let's go and explore these rocks.
After a short walk, we found ourselves on what I can only describe as a dinosaur's spine sticking out of the cliff edge.
Gorgeous view, innit, mate?
Yeah. Soon back on the road again to try and find a quiet little spot for dinner. Now you may recognise this secluded little spot in Shropshire because I've shown it in a previous video, but this is the first time we came across it in this adventure.
Brown Moss Nature Reserve. Right by the lakeside. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, on the menu for our final meal today, we've got some beef kebabs with some Mexican fried rice. Sound good to you?
Yep, sounds great to me.
I've also got a couple of little nibble extras as well. So we've got some chicken pakora bites, and we've got a duck spring roll each as well.
Flaming out. You have gone all out.
Oh, I have, mate. I certainly have. And it's really nice here at the moment because the wind isn't too high.
No.
We've just got a nice gentle breeze coming through the van. I've got a time lapse running. Beautiful view out the back of the van. What more could you ask for? Now, this is the one benefit of cooking really fatty stuff in the Ridge Monkey. You get all that fat. And I recommend anybody to get a nice cheap packet of microwavable rice, Mexican style rice from Aldi. That's a good choice, by the way, only 50p. Whack it in the fat and you have fried rice. A couple of minutes, make sure it's got a little bit of crisp to it. And it's beautiful. All right,
That'll do.
sure?
Yeah, that'll do.
Tiny bit more?
A bit more, not much. That'll do.
Yeah, one more little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
I want to fill you up before you go home. Right, first little bite. Oh yeah. Right, I think me and Matty are going to enjoy this off camera to finish off this brilliant camp over the last couple of days. Big shout out to Steve again for showing us some spots in the Peak District, and yeah, nothing else left to say, I guess, but apart from see you guys in the next video. I'll leave you with that view.